Hey everybody, this is Marcos Alvaro of Miami Shooters Club, and today I'm going to share with you guys how to start your own concealed weapons permit courses. This is a free online class, and I'm going to give you the A to Z on how to do this. Now keep in mind, I'm from Florida, so this course is going to be geared around how to do it in Florida. That being said, the requirements of Florida are very similar to the requirements in other states. So a lot of what I'm going to be sharing with you today is going to apply to you in your state. But you do gotta go and check your requirements. Our state has a live fire requirement. Some states don't. Our state has no skill requirement, meaning that you just have to see you shoot the gun safely. Other states, you have to be able to hit a certain score in order to get your concealed carry permit. And finally, some states make it damn near impossible to get a concealed weapons permit. So do check your state requirements. But even if you're not from Florida, this presentation is going to get you a good idea of what to expect, and it'll give you a good baseline. And a lot of the things I'm saying are going to be universally, applicable no matter what your requirements are. No matter how different your requirements are, a lot of things I'm going to be sharing here are going to apply to you. And finally, if you're from South Florida, you can do a lot of this directly with me, and I'll explain in a second. So who am I, first of all? Well, that badass there is me, all right? I've been thugging it since 3rd grade. But in a more serious note, this is me with my wife, Rima. I've been happily married since 2006. As a result of that, those are the 3 bambinos, all right? I got my daughter, Amira, and my twin boys, Marcos and Lloyd. Back then, they were, I think, 3 and 2 years old there. Today, they're a bit older. My daughter's 10 years old, and my boys are 8. For anyone that has twins, they can appreciate the grind it was at that age, in the time of that photo. But nowadays, it's very simple, and life is beautiful. I'm also a retired mixed martial arts fighter. That's me there, the one standing, not the one on the ground. But even though I'm no longer even though I'm no longer fighting, today I'm teaching. I'm a martial arts instructor. I have a school, the Freestyle Fighting Academy in Miami, Florida. It's been open since 2001. And I teach men, women, and children. And I also teach professional fighters. I got guys that are fighting on TV and stuff like that. So I'm still heavily involved in mixed martial arts. But that's not why you're here. You're here to learn about guns. And I am a certified gun expert. And I've done training all over the country, different styles of training, and I have lots of certifications. With the NRA, I'm an NRA training counselor. A training counselor is different than an instructor. A training counselor is the person that certifies other people to become instructor. So I'm like the instructor of instructors. And as an NRA training counselor, I have certifications as a pistol instructor, rifle instructor, shotgun instructor, personal protection inside the home instructor, personal protection outside the home instructor, chief range safety officer, and CCW instructor. Now, I have other certifications outside the NRA. I'm a certified Glock armorer. I'm a certified Glock pistol instructor. I'm a deadly force instructor under the legendary instructor Masad Ayub. I also have my Florida Security D&G license. And I have over a dozen other training certifications under experts such as former Navy SEALs and Green Berets. So I've done this a few times, guys. My company, Miami Shooters Club, has given over 10,000 people their concealed weapons permit course and has certified hundreds of NRA pistol instructors throughout South Florida. NRA pistol instructors can conduct their own concealed weapons permit courses in our state. But I wasn't always a gun instructor. My main job was being a martial arts instructor, so let me explain how I got into this. I got a phone call from my cousin's husband about doing a concealed weapons permit class at my martial arts school. So before agreeing, I decided to research where I needed to teach my own class because I figured, hey, what's so special about what this gentleman is going to do? Like, is this something I could do myself? I was curious. So I looked up what kind of training do I need, and the process below is for the state of Florida. All I need to do was step 1, have some shooting experience. Step 2, do the NRA basic pistol course. Step 3, do the NRA pistol instructor course. And that was it. Once you're an NRA instructor, the state of Florida will grant you the ability to conduct concealed weapons permit courses. Furthermore, steps 2 and 3 can be done together in one weekend. So in one weekend, you can get cleared to do your own concealed carry permit courses in the state of Florida. So what else do you need? You must be a citizen or legal permanent resident, basically have your green card, and be at least 21 years old and can legally purchase a firearm. If you can't legally buy a gun, you can't become an NRA instructor or teach people for their concealed carry permit. You're gonna need a venue to teach the classes at. If you don't have an office or something like that to teach at, some options is Dunkin' Donuts. A lot of Dunkin' Donuts have these big, nice conference rooms that they let you rent very cheap. And I've actually done that before. Before I had my own facility, or actually, it's even during Miami Shooters Club, I've taught this class abroad. I've flown around the country to do this class. And sometimes I don't have an office to go to, or the person that's hiring me doesn't have a venue. So we'll go to a local Dunkin' Donuts in their area. Another option, if you're from South Florida, is to come to our facility, Miami Shooters Club, and we can rent you out our facility to do your own class. And if you want to go more, guerrilla style, you could do this out of your garage. The only issue is once you start having people at your home, you increase your liability. If someone trips and falls in your garage, they can sue you personally. So I recommend trying to find a venue to teach the classes at. You're also going to need a projector or a big screen TV to put your presentation on. And you're going to need a semi-auto pistol to demonstrate with. And you're going to want waivers, okay? And you want these waivers to be reviewed by an attorney. Now, these are extras that will help you with your class. Rubber guns are great. They're great for practicing grip, and they're great for developing muzzle awareness. Make sure the students are not waving the guns around everywhere. If they wave a rubber gun, it's not nearly as scary as if they muzzle someone with a real gun. So that's what rubber guns are great for. Dummy ammo, fake ammunition to use for practicing loading magazines and to practice loading and unloading a real gun with. Laser ammo, I'm a big fan of these. They're basically cartridges that you put into a real gun that when you pull the trigger and the firing pin hits the back of the cartridge, it shoots a laser out of the gun. This is great for working on teaching your students how to use their sights and how to focus on their trigger pull. Because the two most important shooting fundamentals are aiming and trigger pull. So this will help work on those two fundamentals. A revolver. Although revolvers are not as popular as they once were, they're still out there, and for some shooters, they're actually the better option. Some elderly shooters or people with arthritis or other strength issues may not be able to rack a slide on a semi-auto pistol. So for those shooters, a revolver might be a better choice for them. So as an instructor, it'd be great if you could have a revolver so you can help teach your students that might need one. And also for Florida, you're going to have to see your students shoot. There's no skill qualifier. You simply have to witness them safely discharge a firearm. You can go to a local range to shoot, or you can have them shoot into a bullet trap like the one on the right. And even if you're going to plan on taking your students to the range, it's good to invest in a bullet trap because we've done this many times where we'll go into a law firm or an accounting office and we'll do a concealed carry class for the entire office. And they'll shoot into the tank right there. And that's popular. There's also people that don't want to leave their home. For example, right now, post-coronavirus pandemic, there's lots of people that don't want to leave their home. So we're doing concealed carry classes in their actual homes, bringing the tank to them. So it's a good investment to have for your tools of things for your concealed carry course. Now, they must shoot with live ammunition. You can't use airsoft or simunitions, but you could use a .22, which is a pretty weak cartridge. So it's not going to make as much noise and not be as dangerous. Now, you'll create your own curriculum. In Florida, there's no state written curriculum for your class. So you'll want to create your own PowerPoint presentation. Now, if you're from South Florida and can take your NRA pistol instructor course under me, my students get a sample PowerPoint to work off of upon passing my instructor course. Furthermore, my instructor course students can attend one of my concealed carry courses for free and get a real solid idea of how to run your own class. If you take the class with me, I want you to make money. So along with you being able to call me and ask me for help and advice, I'm going to let you come in and sit in one of my classes so you can see exactly how it's done. So by the time you leave my course, you'll be ready to teach your own class. Now, once they've done the class, you'll sign a certificate. After they complete your class, you'll sign for them a diploma that you'll create, certifying that they completed your concealed weapons permit course. And you'll include your NRA instructor number next to your printed name by your signature. This is the language that we use in our diplomas. And if you end up taking the class with me, we actually give you a sample diploma. But if you're from Florida and it doesn't make sense, and we're too far away from you, go ahead and take a screenshot of this. And this is a sample language you can put on your diploma. This is what we have. So I'll read it out once. It basically says, as required for licensing by the provisions of 79006 Florida state statutes and as amended by the Jack Hagler Self-Defense Act 1987 CS/HB 253 second engrossed, given here in the state of Florida, the student has successfully completed the required firearm safety course to carry a concealed weapon or firearm in Florida and has also demonstrated in my presence competence in his or her ability to safely handle and discharge a firearm. Now you guys send them to the Department of Agriculture. You'll give your students the contact information for the Department of Agriculture and instruct them to take the diploma to them. We recommend creating a handout to give them that instructs them on the expected licensing fees, fingerprinting options, and other requirements of the Department of Agriculture. You can find everything on the Florida Department of Agriculture's website. Specifically, I would take a screenshot right now, but it's www.freshfromflorida.com, consumer-resources/concealed-weapon-license. And I think that the capital letters matter, so make sure you have that capital C, capital R, capital C, capital W, capital L. Okay? And that way you can load up the website correctly. Now, if you take your instructor course with me, we'll also give you that sample handout so you don't have to make your own handout. Because what you want to do is when they finish your class, you don't want to just give them the diploma and kick them out because they're going to be very confused on what to do next. So you want to give them a sheet that's going to tell them, the A to Z of what's the next step. Okay, take this and go here and go there. And that way that there's no confusion. And that's it. You have the recipe now to teach your own class. So let's talk about how your gun business should look like. Here's a sample gun training student funnel. Your concealed weapons permit classes are going to be your most popular offering in Florida. People are going to be coming for that in droves. And it's the most popular offering, and you should charge between $60 to $100 a student. That's kind of the going rates in Florida. Now, from that big sample, you're going to have people that are going to want more intensive training. And you can offer 8 to 16-hour courses. And many will do this. You should charge between $250 to $450 an hour. I'm sorry, forgive me. You should charge between $250 to $450 per class. Now, how much you're going to charge depends on how long your class is. We do a 14-hour intensive concealed carry clinic, and we charge $447 for that class. And then lastly in that funnel, you have private lessons. And the private lessons are easy. It's not as hard as you might think to score them. Our instructors score them relatively often, and it's easy to score a pack of lessons, and I would charge between $80 to $150 an hour for that. I personally, just because of my time constraints, I charge about $150 an hour. But my junior instructors that teach the majority of my concealed carry classes, they charge between $80 to $90 an hour, and they take a minimum of 5 up front. So you have to do 5 classes up front. So they're making about $450 per pop. So let's go with the money. Show me the money. Let's talk about that. The average price in South Florida for concealed carry courses is about $80, and the classes are about 3 hours long. If you follow this average, if you could pick up 5 students a class, you're looking at $400 for 3 hours of work. Okay, 5 students is not that much, and $400 for 3 hours is pretty good pay. You can offer intensive CWP courses. Like I mentioned earlier, our intensive class is a 14-hour intensive concealed carry clinic, which is $447 a person. And we average about 8 students a class, and we run this once a month. So that's $3,576. That's not bad for 2 days' work. And we do this on a consistent basis every month. And the coronavirus actually helped guns, guys. Guns are labeled essential, and by extension, most areas consider gun training essential, allowing gun instructors to continue making a living. I never closed, when it came to the gun training, we closed for like 1 day or 2 days because we thought that we were part of this quarantine. And then it came to light that, gun training is considered essential, and all the gun ranges were open, and everybody was still doing concealed carry classes. So we reopened. So we were closed for like maybe 2 days, and the demand has never been higher. We're signing up people for concealed carry classes every single day. So outside of our area, okay, just in the whole country, March and April smashed gun sale records for those months. And unlike previous gun rushes, this rush was mostly first-time gun buyers. A massive gun training baby boom is coming. See, in the past, those big gun rush buys was when a Democrat president got elected. A lot of people thought, oh, they're going to ban guns. And the people that were buying guns were like gun guys that were just worried about not being able to buy, AK-47s or AR-15s later. So they started hoarding guns. So the past gun rushes were fueled by fears of gun bans and were mostly done by gun nuts like me, all right, that were hoarding guns. This gun boom, okay, gun guys weren't running buying guns, okay, because there's no gun banning fears right now. There's no legislation hanging in the air to ban guns. All the gun buying going on was by first-time gun buyers, people that were afraid of what was going to happen with the pandemic. They didn't know, if society would collapse, okay, they didn't know if crime was going to boom. They were afraid, and they went and bought guns. I can't tell you the amount of people that were hitting me up, asking me if they can borrow guns, if they can buy guns, if they can borrow ammo. Like, I was shocked by it. And I've already consulted with multiple gun store owners, and they all confirmed to me what I'm telling you now, that the majority of people right now emptying the guns off the shelves are first-time gun buyers. And what that means to you is that there's going to be, because you're going to have all these people with guns and they don't even know how to take them apart. They don't even know how to clean them, okay? So the next phase now is going to be seeking out training, okay? Seeking out their concealed carry permit. So right now is an amazing time to become a gun instructor. Now is the best time to become an NRA instructor. But how much is it going to cost me? Well, we normally charge $150 for the NRA basic pistol class and $399 for the NRA pistol instructor course, for a total of $549. But for attending this webinar as a special, if you sign up with us today, we'll give you the basic pistol class for free. So we'll give you both mandatory courses over 2 days for only $399. This deal will be expiring soon. Demand is pretty high. So all you need is to leave a $100 deposit to save your spot. If you do your own course, once you pass your NRA pistol instructor course, if you do your own concealed carry course at $8 a person, all you would need is 5 students to break even on your investment. To me, this is a no-brainer deal. I'm sure right now, just with your social media and friends and family, you can get at least 5 people that will take their concealed weapons permit course with you. And if you get 5 people to do it at $8 a person, in essence, my course is free. And if you're not from South Florida, don't worry. My team and I can come to you. First of all, there's lots of NRA training counselors in your area. But if you can't find anyone in your area, or you would like to do it with me or one of my staff, we will come to you. We've done this plenty of times. We've had many people host us from all over the country, and even in the Virgin Islands. We've been out to the Virgin Islands 3 times already to host NRA instructor courses. Just email me at marcos@avalon.com for more info. That's MARCOS at A, V as in Victor, ELLA, N as in Nancy.com. Just in case you're listening to this and not watching the PowerPoint. So what does the NRA take from you? The NRA does not take a percentage or charge you anything for your concealed weapons permit courses. All the money you make is 100% yours. You do have to pay a renewal fee to the NRA once every 2 years, and it's about $35. That's it. So what could happen? You could teach classes as a hobby. If you only had 1 class a month with 8 students a class at $8 a student, you could earn an extra $640 a month. That's a car payment. And like I told you earlier, the NRA does not take a percentage. The state of Florida does not take a percentage. This is all money in your pocket. You could get into this as a serious part-time job, teaching a class every Saturday, and instead of $640 a month, that could be weekly, for a total of over $2,500 a month, just by teaching once every Saturday and teaching only 8 students a class. Or you get big time and teach one class on Mondays, one class on Fridays, and on the weekends, and make over $8,000 a month. I know because that's what I do. And I've had multiple $20,000 months with gun training. And what's the worst case scenario? If you never make $1 teaching concealed carry classes, you will still benefit from taking my instructor course. You will get deep discounts from most gun manufacturers and accessory companies. For example, Smith & Wesson, Daniel Defense, Beretta, Carr, Ruger, EOTech, CZ, Henry, Aimpoint, Crimson Trace, and more. They all give deep discounts to people that are NRA pistol instructors. I believe EOTech does 40% off. Crimson Trace does 40% off. That's huge, 40%. It's almost half off. Some of these discounts can be deep. I just mentioned that. Crimson Trace gives 40% off. You'll recover your investment just with the NRA instructor discount. I definitely have used more than $400 in discounts buying from all these different people with my NRA instructor discount. You'll learn a lot about guns and you'll be a certified instructor. So let's act now. Click on the link in the description to reserve your spot and save $150 before this offer expires. If you're watching this on YouTube, just go to the description on the YouTube video and you can click on the link there. If you're watching this on social media, just click on the link in the description. When you click on the link, it will take you to a form with our different dates and locations, which vary between Miami and Broward. My classes are fun and I'm energetic, and this is important when you're sitting in a room with your instructor for an entire weekend. All right? There's nothing worse than sitting with a boring instructor for a whole weekend. I'll share with you exactly how we operate our concealed weapons permit courses. And if you're not from South Florida, my team and I can come to you. We've had many people host us from all over the country, like I mentioned earlier, even the Virgin Islands. So email me at marcos@avalon.com for more info. So this is what some of our instructors our instructor candidates have had to say about training with us. Miami Shooters Club is one of the best. My name is Dennis Barcelo, and I'm an NRA certified pistol instructor. I have 35 years of shooting experience. I have other NRA certifications, but pistol instructor offers the widest range of opportunities, such as teaching concealed weapons permit classes, in addition to the NRA pistol course and NRA simulator course. I have used a handful of training counselors and instructors while obtaining my certifications, and Marcos Avalon and his team at Miami Shooters Club is one of the best I've had the pleasure to train with. The classes were laid back and fun, but professional and challenging. As a result of my NRA pistol instructor course certification, I've been able to teach concealed weapons permit classes and NRA basic pistol courses. Miami Shooters Club has the knowledge and experience to help you every step of the way. Here's another one. I added another income stream. Hi, my name is George Ayala, and I'm the owner of Ayala Mixed Martial Arts. As a shooter with a concealed carry permit, I've had my martial arts students ask me where to go to get their concealed carry permit, and I find myself referring them to other instructors. Then Marcos Avalon told me, why don't you just teach your own concealed carry permit courses at your school on the weekends? So I took his course at Miami Shooters Club and I added another income stream. I followed his advice in the class and was making about an extra $2,000 a month within my first 6 months after getting my pistol instructor certification, without spending a single dollar on advertising and just teaching on Saturdays. I can't promise anyone those results, but it happened to me and it's been a steady income stream for years. And lastly, a nice financial gain. Thank you. As you know, Ruben Alvarez and I are friends, and he was the one that brought me to the very first class with you at Miami Shooters Club. Looking back, it was one of those decisions that changed my path. Although this COVID-19 madness is happening, I'm still able to help people because now there's a realization that firearms are essential. You and I own self-defense schools, but a total self-defense strategy includes the knowledge of firearms. For that, I'm saying thank you to you and Miami Shooters Club for leading me on a path that allowed me to continue teaching self-defense in a way that's applicable to today's pandemic times. In addition to the gratification of helping others, I get to make a nice financial gain, and it may very well be the difference in these uncertain economic situations. Thank you, Marcos and Miami Shooters Club, from Javille Byron. So let's act now. By becoming an instructor under me, you can always reach out to me for questions, and I'll become your lifelong NRA instructor mentor. If you have any other questions about what we just went over, please feel free to fire away. Message me, email me, contact me. Click on the link in the description to reserve your spot and save $150 before this offer disappears. Like I said just now, feel free to contact me if you have any questions. I can be reached via email at marcos@avalon.com. You can also call us 24 hours a day at 305-551-0100. Click on the link in the description to reserve your spot and save $150 before this offer disappears. Thank you, and I hope this video is very informative. And please, please, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'll definitely give you advice. Thank you very much, guys, and have a great day.